And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Future Game Show 2022. I think actually this might be the second one of 2022 that they've done. Either way, I don't know what to expect here. I do know that it's being hosted by two of the main God of War actors. There's Christopher Judge. For some reason, I play a Freya actor named God of War. I forget her name. Danielle Bizzuti. I believe they're hosting Future Game Show, which might lead some folks to believe, oh God, we're going to get God of War news. I personally doubt that God of War news is happening during this stream. Just putting that out there. They're just hosting. They're not necessarily there to show anything new God of War related wise. I think that's probably going to be saved for a PlayStation dedicated stream, is what I would think. Because Future Game Show, these tend to be sort of smaller events compared to some of the stuff we've seen out there. But you never know, because Future Game Show has announced some pretty cool stuff in the past, so we might get some interesting stuff. Adarsh Mohanty says, 12 minutes gameplay of Lies of P. Yes, IGN did upload that, and I did check it out, and it looks pretty awesome. I hope to maybe do a reaction video to that in the future, if that's something I can fit in my schedule. Do I have any predictions? I don't know, honestly. Steam and let's see. Oh wait, no. I'm gonna read the description here. We'll have world premieres, exclusive trailers, developer presentations, and the odd surprise or two. There you go. Keep up to date with all announcements and get a few hints on what to expect following us on social. Now, as they keep hosting this event, I do feel like it's going to grow in terms of reputation and and therefore in terms of the kinds of games they'll be able to announce down the line. So I don't know. I think there's a lot of potential for this show to become one of the big ones if they kind of keep going with this role that they've been on. And the bigger the announcements it can make here, the more people be like, oh, I should tune into this because we've seen big announcements come from this in the past. And so, we'll see how they fare with this one. This is their, I don't know. They've done 4 or 5 of these at this point, including this one. Kevin Province says, Yong, we need to make a bingo. Maybe next time. But it's just I don't even know what to put on the bingo card with this one. Definitely a lot of indie games are going to be here. But other than that, who knows? In terms of AAA stuff, Future Game Show, it can be, I don't want to say hit or miss, just more in some shows we get more prominent AAA games featured than in other Future Game Show. So we'll see how hyped this one is. Reginald asks, how long is this show going to take? Does it say in the descriptions here? We don't know. They haven't. If they've detailed the length, I certainly haven't seen that information. So, I would assume an hour to an hour and a half. That's usually how these things tend to go. Let's go with 1440p. My monitor is 1440p, so maybe that'll help with the compression on YouTube's end. I don't know. And especially since I'm streaming a stream, which is already double compression. Some pretty chill music here to mull us over. Siddhant Jaiswal says, Yo Yong, hello from India. Hello to you, good sir. And I'm sorry, I'm pretty sure I butchered your name. But I am glad you're here. Folks from all around the world. I keep saying this, I know, but it's always looking at the chat and seeing all these people say hello. It's a stark reminder of just how many people across the world, watch my content, and that's really, really wholesome and certainly not something I take for granted. Welcome to wherever you're from. Glad you're here. Son, S-O-N-O-P, I can't, I don't even know how you're supposed to read. Oh, So Nope Grapher says, confirms Half-Life 3. Can you imagine Future Game Show is where they show the world premiere of Half-Life 3? Oh, we got folks from Netherlands, from Canada, from the small island of is it Mipos or Mipos? Mipos? Let's see if I can look that up. Mipos pronunciation. Oh wow, look at everyone here chiming in. Let's see, from Poland, from Montreal, from Yemen, Iraq, Malaysia, New Zealand, man, Syria, Iran, Colombia, Philippines. I mean, you guys are representing over here. From France, Australia, UK, hell yeah, South Africa, Puerto Rico. I mean, I think that the better question is which country isn't here? Because everyone from all over is here. Hello from Mars. Hell yes, Mars. I hear the beaches are beautiful there. You know, nice and red sand with frozen water. From Russia, from UK, from El Paso, Texas, Germany, Finland, man, Greece. Crazy. Cuba, man, Latvia, Spain. All right, I'm just here reading off a list of countries. Kyrgyzstan, Outer Heaven, a nation without borders. Brooklyn, Singapore, Denmark, Minnesota, Ireland. Is this gonna be the stream now? Is this the whole stream? Just me reading off a list of countries represented here? Portugal, New Vegas. Also some cities and states. You know, that's cool too, from across the nation. Texas, Yeehaw, Sweden. Yeah, Pakistan, Cyprus, Mozambique. Okay, right. This is becoming a very divergent stream from what I had in mind. Oh, we got a super chat. Svenger McSpazzy says, if you ever get stuck with copyrighted music, you can always replace it with Stanley Parable elevator music, and the algorithm will never be the wiser. You know what? Good to know. Dan Wolf, what are you looking forward to? In terms of this show, the thing is, I don't know what to expect from future game show. I don't know if I've hinted at anything. But, I mean, if you were talking about just, like, highly anticipated games, my top two right now are Callisto Protocol and God of War Ragnarok for this year. And you know, I'm curious to check out Forspoken. I know its marketing hasn't been great, but I think the gameplay could be fun based on what glimpses we've seen. So I hope to like try that out and see how it fares. I'm not like fully sold on it, but I'm also like very curious about it too. So there's that. The Slappy Slap says, I hope they'll ditch the storytelling with robots attacking hosts and stuff a bit. Oh, I guess you mean like more the skits and stuff. You hope that like they'll lean less towards the skits and more just towards charming presentation, simple, you know, less is more kind of deal. Yeah, I think when hosts try too much with or too hard with the skits and all that, it it can end up wasting time, and a lot of the jokes can feel very forced. So I think it's better just like, you know, throw in a couple quips here and there and all that. That's cool, but you know, people are here ultimately to see the games, you know, not the hosts. The hosts are there to smooth out the process of the presentation and add some charm to the whole thing, and that's cool, but sometimes you can take it too far. It's about finding balance. Brian Leon, hey Yong, have you watched the 12 minutes gameplay of Lies of P? I have, and it's looking very, 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 very promising. I love the different like mechanical arms you can equip, and I love certain things like the grappling hook that you can pull enemies with. Like it's very much a Souls-like, but it's got enough unique gameplay elements going on that it does, and the overall vibe of the game, like it does evoke Bloodborne, but it's more steampunky, and it's looking unique enough where it can separate itself from FromSoft's titles, and it's looking like it could be one of the better Souls-likes, you know. There have been a number of attempts at making a Souls-like, and some fare better than others, for sure. But I don't think we've seen one that I'm like, oh, this is like on par with what FromSoft has made. Lies of P might be the first game that I'm like, this has the potential to be an equal footing with the Soulsborne games. As long as the level design is up there as well. The thing is, Soulsborne games aren't just about the combat, right? As fun as that is, it's also about just like the way the level design is interwoven, and you know, the environmental storytelling and the boss battles, and so there's so many layers to Soulsborne games beyond just hard combat. And it's like that's the stuff where other games may potentially fall short. Let's see. You got Heavy Metal Brony saying, yeah, can't wait. Or Heavy Metal Brony, yeah, saying, can't wait for your reaction to these future games. Well, that is indeed the name of the show and the intent of the show. And yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I hope they surprise me with something interesting. Dallas Pagliarulo says, hey, Yong, watch Forspoken gameplay. Looks pretty fun and smooth, but damn, the dialogue and acting is abysmal. What a letdown. Yeah, I actually watched that earlier this morning, and the gameplay does look promising. That's why I brought Forspoken up. It's like I love the mobility of the open world where you're just like flying and parkouring all over the place, using magic to like latch on to certain like crystals and walls that you can like pull yourself towards and then leap off of, and the mobility in combat and the variety of spells at your disposal, and the way you can like string them together, that looks really fun. In terms of open world, it does look a bit I don't know, barren, a bit generic in terms of what you get to do in it. Like it doesn't feel like you find many dynamic elements in the open world itself. That maybe the 10 minutes gameplay overview just didn't show that stuff. Maybe they don't want to spoil anything or whatever. You know, it does seem like one of those Ubi Tower open worlds. There's literally a Ubi Tower in that trailer. And as for the voice acting and stuff, I think the writing just doesn't help, because it's written so like, oh, we're so hip and loose, and like we're gonna throw quips constantly, or make everything seem humorous, when it's like, and when you undercut sort of the drama of your story and your scenarios with humor, it can diminish the emotional impact. It can diminish, you know, your ability to take this seriously when the characters don't take the situation seriously. And there's just too much of the character being more like, well, sarcasm and, boy, dragons. That's crazy, huh? Instead of being like, holy fuck, that's a dragon and we might die, you know? Just having just, it's about finding a balance, you know. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with humor and quips and stuff, but it's like there's a way to do it in a nuanced way. And Forspoken on that front doesn't seem super nuanced. I do also think the like facial animations when you're speaking to NPCs, it's a little, you know, like dead eyes looking and stuff like that. But you know, there's still some time left before the game comes out to flesh out everything, and I'm glad they actually showed some gameplay for once. You know, 10 minutes of gameplay is pretty good. I'm glad they like gave us a better representation of what the game's all about. Still not fully sold. Again, I want to get my hands on it, feel the game, but I do wish it the best. It does seem like there's some cool ideas going for it. Noodleman76 says, just remember that Forspoken is using the Luminous engine, which means the PC port will probably be terrible if Final Fantasy 15 says anything. I mean, maybe not, depends. Maybe they've improved the engine. I imagine they've improved the engine over the years. I mean, FF15 came out, what was it in, like, when did FF15 come out? Let's see. 15 release date. November 2016, late 2016. It's 2022 now. It's been almost 8 years. The engine has definitely been improved, and hopefully the PC porting process has been optimized so that it's not so bad. Let's see. Did I miss any other super chats? I think we're set on that front. Yeah, people just talking about the Forspoken dialogue. I just hope that they're just showing us the more lighthearted stuff so that they can save the darker moments for when we get our hands on the game. Hopefully there'll be dramatic moments that will have an emotional impact that will make me reevaluate my optics surrounding the dialogue of Forspoken, which currently does seem a little too try hard to like try to get a chuckle out of us, you know? Let's see. Static Shock 42 says the PC version of Final Fantasy 15 was released in 2018, I believe. That's true. And Final Fantasy 15, Forspoken, I believe it's being made with PC in mind from the outset, right? Or is it just, let's see. Yeah, it's coming out on PlayStation 5 and PC simultaneously. With Final Fantasy 15, that was a game that wasn't made for PC initially, so maybe that contributed to it. The Slappy Slap says, not enough love for Zone of the Enders, just saying. Oh man, Zone of the Enders, there's a series I haven't touched in a long time. I do love the mech design of that series, and 2 especially, like the gameplay got really refined. Honestly, I hope Zone of the Enders is a series that, I mean, it's a Konami IP though, and they're probably not going to do anything with it. I hope that's one that they license out to Kojima Productions and they can make like a modern day, you know, I feel like the mech genre is woefully underrepresented in gaming. There are not many like high-profile mech games that you can think of, other than like Metal Gear, but that's more of like you're fighting against the mech, and you know, in Metal Gear Solid 4 you get to actually ride Rex, which is cool. But I'm just saying, like a game dedicated to you playing as mechs. There's, you know, obviously From Software has made the Armored Core series. There's like Deus Ex Machina that released recently on, was it Switch and stuff like that, but none of them have really broken that barrier of like, this is a must get. You know, it's still a very niche genre in gaming, and I feel like more developers need to tackle the mech genre, and hopefully FromSoft returning with Armored Core and modernizing that gameplay and that genre, hopefully they can inspire developers to make more mech games that are just more refined and more just higher production value. I feel like we haven't seen anything on the scale of, you know, like God of War, but with mechs. And I really want like a full-fledged, AAA, fully backed mech game and see what comes of that. Justin S. says, I hope we see something on Bone Lab, the sequel to Bone Works. Oh yeah, the VR experience, which with some like really great physics and a lot of cool interactivity. That's actually one that I haven't tried yet, but I've seen footage of it and it looks super impressive. Noel Garibay says, in your opinion, what would be the most out-of-left field setting for a Souls-type game? Mushroom Kingdom. A Mario Souls-like. Come on, Nintendo, get on it. You know, Nintendo tackling a Souls-like would be fascinating. You know, they've tackled racing, they've tackled shooters with Splatoon, fighting games with Super Smash Brothers.
Mana. You slay. You
Let's
achieve.
see. Sonsky Infante says, love your channel, Yong, since early 2017.
Stop when the game does.
And I still remember that 200,000 thank you video you made. Oh, man, good times. You're a veteran, I see. Here's the 2 million subs. Hell yes.
Like that skin
Cheers, bro, and stay safe. You too, man. Appreciate the kind words and all your support.
Why pay any other way?
Means a lot.
Mana.
Minia says there was a mech game called Star Siege forever ago. Love that one so much. Excellent story. Oh, I guess Titanfall could technically fall in that category, but I feel like Titanfall, it's like half mechs, half shooter, and it's the mech aspect is still more like you're just a bigger shooter guy instead of like, I don't know. Does that make sense? It's enough of a hybrid where it doesn't lean fully into the mech side of things that there are mechs featured in it, but I don't see it as a dedicated mech game, if that makes sense. Detective Sada says, really hoping to see more of Wolong Fallen Dynasty.
I'm Christopher Judge.
Boy.
You may know me best as the Man of Myth. That of Boy. Godslayer.
That of Boy.
Kratos. from Sony Santa Monica's God of War series.
Hell yes.
You didn't know my voice was actually this deep, did you?
Oh, I knew.
Extra. Tonight,
I love it.
I'm swapping the axe for a humble microphone because we've got a ton of exciting video game trailers to get through. But, like all good adventures, this one requires teamwork. In fact, I'm calling on another mighty god's power to help me out. Oh, Danielle? Danielle? Daniel! Are you with me?
I've always been with you, Christopher. It's so good to see you. And for all the folks at home, my name is Danielle Basutti. I voiced the Witch of the Woods, a.k.a. the leader of the Vanir, a.k.a. the Valkyrie Queen known as the Norse goddess Freya in God of War.
Hell yes.
And I don't need Freya's foresight to know that this event is stacked with some serious, amazing news.
That is quite right. That's because this is the Future Game Show, powered by Mana, a digital showcase event streamed live across the 9 realms.
But also and exclusively, planet Earth. Tonight we'll be treating you to over an hour of exclusive trailers for upcoming video games.
Okay. A little over an hour.
You'll be able to find and wishlist all of the games from today's show on the Future Game Show Steam page. And you can head on over to GamesRadar.com to read all about them.
Well, my darling, that was quite the intro. But
So all these games will be out on PC.
Thimble Winter doesn't last forever, and we've got all that unfinished business to attend to. So let's kick things off with our very first world premiere.
All right, what do we got?
It seems that when experiencing deja vu, a strange phenomenon occurs.
Dude, are you awake? Oh, come on, man. We really need to talk. We just had a meeting here at Neuraxis. It's
Oh.
really bad, man.
Tentacles. We all know where that's going.
The hippocampus is an old cortical area involved in multiple aspects of memory formation.
This is giving off Stanley Parable vibes.
Bridging our past with our present experiences enables it to construct our autobiography.
Or maybe Prey vibes. Or I don't know.
There's a huge flaw. They kept it a secret for years.
Latest research shows that by changing our brainwaves in the hippocampal region, deja vu creates a brief gateway to a parallel world.
Call me as soon as possible.
The Gap. Okay. This looks trippy. I'm into it.
Well, you know, in my experience, it's easier to salvage your memories when they've been carved into ancient walls.
Well, not all of us have such mythology. The Gap is coming soon to PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S.
Kermit of War says Yong is a
Players
Hydra
of our
homie.
next
I don't know what
game
that
might
means.
think they faced every monster space has to offer. But the team behind Aliens, Fireteam Elite, have a few more surprises up their sleeve.
This game's already out, right? And I guess they're adding more to it. I think I've heard decent things about this game. I've not played it myself personally. I'm more looking forward to like slow-paced horror, intense kind of experience. A lot of tension. More along the lines of, what was it, Alien Isolation? Was that the name? Yeah, I'm getting a lot of, like, it's fine vibes from the chat. Nobody seems to, there's like one person saying it sucks, but for the most part, the vibe seems to be, it's all right. Nothing to write home about, but
The
nothing
mutated gameplay of Aliens,
terribly offensive.
Fireteam Elite Pathogen, comes to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox on August 30th.
Now we've got a developer presentation from our friends at Digital Cyber Cherries.
Oh, is this the action figure one?
Hypercharged Unboxed. You know, the toy box shooter that went viral on Twitter.
Yeah, this looks so cool.
Xbox players. We're looking for small soldiers.
I love this concept. I mean, I'm surprised nobody else has come up with this. Or if they have, they haven't been prominently featured enough.
To defend the hypercore, collect action figures, and defeat major evil.
It's just Toy Story, the shooter.
Or the boss in the bathroom.
Toy of
And
Story,
dozens
if you
of
will.
More classic toys. Be vigilant, soldier. The fate of Toykind is in your plastic hands.
Yeah, I mean, I love the aesthetic and the whole idea of like toys coming to life and warring it out inside the homes that they are part of.
You waiting for, recruit?
Call of Toy.
That disembodied voice sounds vaguely familiar. Hypercharged Unboxed is out now on PC and Nintendo Switch, with an Xbox and PlayStation release coming soon.
Now, here comes another shiny world premiere for all you super sleuths out there.
World premiere. Loved every minute of the demo. Lucas Pope, Return of the Odra. Oh! I know. Oh, I still haven't played Return of the Obra Dinn, but I heard it's one of those like must-play indie games. Ooh, this art style I'm already super into. Detective investigation. You know, as a fan of like, you know, Ace Attorney and mystery solving in general, I love this art style. This looks crazy, man. I'm really digging this. Guy on the bottom right. That's a face. That's a memeable face right there.
Murderous Mad Libs with a Midas touch. The Case of the Golden Idol is coming to PC in 2022.
The graphics
and we're
look like,
pleased
I
to
don't know,
announce a demo is going
16-bit
live right now
paintings,
on
if that
Steam.
makes sense.
No snacks, fridge empty. It's time to answer the call of the trash can.
Is that in the script, or are you just thinking out loud, Danielle?
Oh no, it's actually the premise of our next game.
Raccoon Simulator? Stray Raccoon Edition. Essentially, maybe? Less cyberpunky? And definitely a lower budget. Okay. Stealth segment. This game kind of reminds me of, have you seen that game on Twitter where it's somebody's making a game where you're a squirrel with a gun? I think it's actually just called Squirrel with a Gun. And you just like hold people up and mug them. You take their
Stinky,
phones and
sly,
just whatever possessions.
And always looking for their next meal. Raccoons are a lot like us when you think about it.
On hand.
Snackoon is coming soon.
Snackoon.
Now, you might want to dim the lights, as it's time to
Raccacooing.
the dark atmosphere of Tainted Grail.
And yeah,
the
everything
fall
everywhere.
of Avalon.
All at once, fans. Ooh, cool vibes. Is that Kratos? Somebody asked. Yeah, that's Christopher Judge, the voice of Kratos, who was invited to host this show. I don't expect God of War news at Future Game Show. They're just here to present the show, is what I'm thinking.
You're awake. Good. I thought I'd get us to fire burning. Would have been ashamed to freeze to death when we got so far.
Graphics for this one do look a little dated. It looks like, I don't know, Elder Scrolls Oblivion. It's that first-person fantasy Elder Scrolls style game. Ooh, the weapon hits do lack impact. Yeah, this one looks, I don't know, there are things about it that are aesthetically interesting, but it does look a bit rough around the edges. It's definitely like an indie developer's take on Elder Scrolls. Though I don't know if there's magic in this one.
I found him. Or what was left of him.
No, there's totally magic in this one. There's all
road.
that supernatural shit that happened earlier.
The weirdness merged him with his horse. A horrible way to die, don't you think?
It is pre-alpha. Some people are pointing out, to be fair. Sure. Fair enough. Fall of Avalon. Yeah, it looks like an indie's Elder Scrolls. Who knows? Combat isn't necessarily the focus of these kinds of games.
The Fall of Avalon is coming to Steam early access in Q4
they have like
2022.
cool quests and whatnot.
Our next game is steeped in
and good
secrecy,
world building,
which means we can all experience this reveal together.
Yeah, I'm glad the hosts are just like boom, 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 boom. They're not spending too much time
It's hard to say when
on
we
quips and
passed the
jokes.
point of no return. But we did. We made our world uninhabitable. Because for the smartest animal on the planet, humans can be really stupid.
I mean,
Civilization started to creak at the seams. And if there's one emotion greater than greed in humans, it's fear. Perhaps it came too late, but it did. And when we are afraid, we get reduced to a single instinct: survival. We need land. We need food and shelter.
Oh, is this
But in
global
the end,
warming simulator?
We need each other.
Ooh,
We
look at
need communities.
Art style.
We need cooperation. We need to build something together. Will it be something that won't collapse this time round? Will we ever stop being afraid? Well, maybe you'll be the one to unite humanity.
It's a post-apocalypse
and shape
management
the society of tomorrow.
grand strategy type of thing. You know, I don't know. This looks intriguing. Like a survival game based off of what happens if the sea levels rise to unsustainable levels. Interesting.
Well, let's pray there are no world serpents in the water. Battle's at the ready, because Floodland is coming soon.
Noel Garibay
From
says,
one
An
dark
Inconvenient
world to
Truth,
another,
the video game.
It's time to catch up with Plot Twist, the developers behind the last case of Benedict Fox, a spooky Lovecraftian Metroidvania.
Oh shit, we're gonna see more of this here? Okay. Alright, this is one game that I have high on my list. Ooh. Oh man, the visuals.
Creative director on the last case of Benedict Fox, a fantastical Lovecraftian Metroidvania in which you dive into a twisted world of secret organizations, forbidden rituals, and cold-blooded murders.
Bruh. Oh, whoa, what?
Your aim is to uncover the secrets of the mansion and the murders that happen within these walls.
This already looks
but
so
to
good.
find out what truly happened, you will need to dive deep into the memories of the victims and visit an alternative reality we call Limbo. You see, those two worlds, they're linked with each other. The mansion's secrets will help you out in Limbo, while what you find in Limbo will help you unlock the mysteries of the mansion.
For those who don't know, this is a Lovecraftian Metroidvania. And it looks amazing.
My, a real golem. Very difficult to pull off, and very illegal to even try.
In our studio, we love Metroidvanias. We love how they reveal to you their world one step at a time. We wanted to take that feeling and combine it with a great story, A mystery that also reveals its secrets to you the deeper you dive in.
It reminds him of someone silly and naive. It's annoyingly warm.
This is like
to survive whatever the limbo
some
throws
upside
at
down
you can always
Stranger
visit
Things
our
shit
friend
going on
Harry
here.
Houdini to purchase some useful items. You can also use the demon's ink you collect at the tattooist to unlock new skills.
Oh,
Right now,
that's
we
so
can only
cool.
afford the slam, which is still a very useful skill to have. Let's absorb it.
Lovecraftian tattoo artist. Way more painful than regular tattoos from the looks of it.
That was the slam skill that we just acquired. What did you think?
A little parry action. This looks fantastic. I'm so pumped.
And that's Harry
Ooh, what?
Houdini's lockpick in action.
Wait, is that the lock-picking minigame? That was so gross. I love it.
Resentment and fear. He survived her abuse and wears it like a badge of honor.
You may feel powerful now, but remember, you're not the only one who can descend into limbo.
Whoa. Spring 2023. This is so hard on my radar right now.
I'll take the boy over a demon companion any day. The last case of Benedict Fox is coming to PC and Xbox in spring 2023.
I never get tired of Christopher Judge saying,
I will also classify our next game as a psychological thriller where you try desperately to maintain order while at the whim of a tricksy, malevolent beast.
I thought this one was a cozy condo-esque puzzler.
It's up for interpretation.
Yes! Lucas, I found it!
Oh, hey, nice one, Annie.
This doesn't look quite right.
what is
Let me
this?
show you our game while we sort this out. We are Max Inferno, and we're making a game called A Little to the Left. It's a cozy puzzle game where you sort, stack, and tidy up the house.
When I saw that broken plate, the first thing that flashed
In each
into my
level,
head was Breaking
puzzles are
Bad
hidden
Season
among
1.
household
Y'all know what I'm
objects.
talking about? For
And
some
you
reason,
solve
that's
them
all I
by
can think of
arranging
now
items in a
with
very
broken plates.
particular way. Many of the levels have multiple solutions. Like this one, you can solve 3 different ways.
Is this
Oh, yeah,
like
there's also this cat that will show up and make a mess of your tidy work. I think we almost got
Professor
this sorted.
Layton
Oh, hey.
meets WarioWare type of thing?
We took inspiration from our cat. And we looked to the items and objects in our own home.
We need a first-person cat simulator where it's just about fucking shit up. Just throwing shit on the ground.
Yes, now that's what we were looking for. A Little to the Left, coming to PC and Mac on November 8th.
We're thrilled to
cats.
announce that A Little to the Left
Classic.
is coming to PC on November 8th, 2022.
Wait, already exists?
Okay. It's been fun seeing all these cool games coming soon,
Oh,
but
are you talking about
I
something
figured
else?
we could
I'm
use
not
a
sure.
quick break. A change of scenery, perhaps?
You read my mind. What were you thinking?
What if I told you that there was actually a hidden 10th realm, one drenched in neon light? Plus, we don't even need the Bifrost to get there.
I've been to many lands, but none with this much artificial lighting.
Indeed. This nifty little realm is the virtual show floor. Every booth you can see has a game attached, with a demo dropping after the show. For those at home, which means all of you, Google Future Games Show Steam, and you can download and try out any of the games that catch your eye.
Wait, is Benedict
All right,
Fox gonna
with
get a
that
demo?
in mind, let's get started with our first game. This is Fairy Afterlife.
Or is it just from here
a
on out, the
stylish
game's shown?
Metroidvania inspired by Indonesian philosophy. Players will
That's
control
right
Kimo
now.
and Wispy, a literally inseparable duo, as they explore the world of Lumina, working together to solve puzzles and defeat fearsome enemies. Well,
oh man, this has also got a pretty cool art style.
All of a sudden. What's next, Danielle?
Always a good father. Lovers of strategy and bootleg booze rejoice as this game covers both in equal measure. Moonshine Inc. is a management sim where players battle it out to brew the best hooch in town. Players will expand their facilities and perfect the making of mountain mash while evading the panoptical eye of Johnny Law. With genuine fermentation processes recreated virtually, this sim is as real as it gets.
This actually looks kind of cool.
Just make sure you don't get caught. And now for something completely different.
Yes, because we're jumping from moonshine to a mysterious metropolis. It's time to fear the new blood, as our attention turns to Gloomwood, a grim, dark ode to the immersive sims and survival horror greats of the late 90s and early noughties. Players will use all manner of Victorian-era instruments to improvise, adapt, and overcome a town teeming with mischievous mobs. So what are you waiting for? Grab what you can see and get to it.
Ah, this is from, why am I forgetting their name?
Also involves plenty of improvisation, just with a little bit
New Blood Interactive. They've been making some really cool, like 64-bit N64 era
this is the
graphics, art style.
A sandbox city builder set on the
games,
back of a gigantic
and Gloomwood is one of the
wandering creature called
highly anticipated ones right now.
In my experience, living with a giant tortoise wasn't so bad, but results may vary. Here, players will battle the elements and research
Xenoblade Simulator?
technologies in an effort to revive a
Xenoblade fans know what I'm
long-lost
talking about.
society. Will you settle and survive in this harsh, humbling environment by learning to bond with the beast? Or choose to be a parasite, leeching from its life force? The choice is yours.
Really interesting concepts.
Next?
This game is bound to strike a chord, or maybe a few. Demonic musicians gather their cards in Power Chord, a roguelike deck builder from Big Blue Bubble. Equip gear and create combos to strum and roar your way through a monster-filled battle of the bands held in grungy grottos and hellish hole-in-the-walls.
There's a lot of cool and creative stuff being
Monsters come in all
showcased.
shapes and forms, from demons to dentists.
We need a Yong
at least they do in
simulator.
our next game, Never Awake.
That would just be a
This is a twin-stick shooter
simulator
set in the mind of a little girl
involving
called
managing,
Players will battle
balancing
their
my
way
YouTube
through
career and my
80
voice
levels
acting
of her
career.
vivid nightmares.
Basically.
Each
I
one
don't know how
brimming
that.
with
I don't know if
creepy
that
manifestations
would be any
of
fun
everything
whatsoever.
from vegetables to dogs and, yes, even school friends. Its charming art style will have you questioning whether it's creepy, cute, or a great mix of both.
Now,
Like
if
Cult
you'd
of the
rather
Lamb?
use fear as a weapon than fight against it, then this next one is for you. The Fabulous Fear Machine is a pulp horror strategic simulation game where players will generate terror and expand their influence through the spread of scary stories and creepy conspiracies.
I love the comic book
From
vibe.
Bloody Mary to reptilian overlords, let the unexplained mythos of the public consciousness become your ammunition. What have you got for me, Danielle?
I think the question is, what haven't I got? Anno Mutationum is a sleek cyberpunk RPG that blends 2D and 3D graphics to create a rich world that you'll just want to dive into.
I
When
love
you're
me
not
some
bartending
cyberpunk
or
genre
dog-sitting
games.
a cyborg corgi, you'll be slashing your way through cybernetic
Ooh,
monsters
some
and
cool beat-em-up
pursuing
gameplay.
criminals in the underbelly of this atmospheric, vibrant neon metropolis.
Whoa.
Our next game will teach
Sign
you
me up
to
for that
never
one.
underestimate a hero, no matter their size. Misk, a tiny
D.
tail,
Matthew says the Yong
follows
simulator will be
Buddy and
called
Bag
Super
Boy,
Saiyan.
adorable makeshift robots working their way through peaceful landscapes to help out their friends and unravel the history of this strange world. Dress up and clean up as you get to know these little parts.
You know, I
of your
appreciate that
big
we're
heart.
actually seeing
Just try
gameplay
not to
throughout this
screw
whole
up
show
the
and not
jumps
just...
in the demo.
Here's a CGI
Well, I can't
cutscene
wait
that
to see
tells
what
you
those
nothing
little
about the
guys
game
get
we're
up
working
to.
on.
But alas, it's time to get back on the Rainbow Bridge because that marks the end of our trip to the virtual show floor. Remember, folks, you can head to the Future Games Show Steam page to check out free demos for all of our featured games.
Oh, man. I really wish they had a Benedict Fox demo.
Good to be
An
back,
Akira game,
Terra
says
Firma.
Anthony. I need an Akira game.
Don't forget to try those games after the show.
Wouldn't that be
Now,
cool?
It's not often that you get a threequel, you know.
Oh boy.
It's not often that a game skips straight to third entry either.
Yep.
But here we are.
Fair point. It might be too early to call it the greatest of all time, but for me, this is definitely the GOAT.
Wait, is this the same trailer we already saw during Gamescom? I love how few fucks they give about
Hello,
the
my
jank.
name is Victor, and I'm a game designer at Coffee Stain North. We are developing Goat Simulator 3, which is the second installment of the Goat Simulator series. Goat Simulator 3 is set on the beautiful island.
I just
of
love
San
that
Agora.
they emphasized. This is Goat
Here,
Simulator
you
3.
can explore the local sites,
The second entry
and
in
experience
the Goat
the
Simulator
unexpected.
series.
Uncover the mysteries of a long-forgotten goat order.
It's like,
Or
this is Kingdom
just
Hearts
destroy
4,
everything
the
in your
16th entry in the Kingdom Hearts series. Just a complete
With over
dissonance.
350 different goat gears, you will have a bunch of ways
What?
of expressing yourself as a goat.
This game doesn't give a fuck.
Gear parts will make you look fabulous, but can also give you abilities,
And I love how flat the commentary is amidst all this ridiculous.
and you can combine them endlessly.
Oh my god, this. Was that a lightsaber?
Find them while exploring the island, or earn them by simply being a goat. In Goat Simulator 3, you can discover San Agora together with up to 3 friends. You can either play online or couch co-op. Everything you do in single player, you can do in multiplayer as well. Together, you can wreak havoc in San Agora without any restrictions.
What? Just when you think this can't escalate further.
If you're feeling competitive, put your skills to the test and challenge your friends in one of the 7 different minigames.
This looks amazing, not gonna lie.
Minigames can be played either at a specific location for a tailored experience, or played anywhere you want. You can play a round of car derby on a nice open field. Or
Oh god,
maybe
okay,
on a
Wallet,
less
you up?
optimal spot
You
on
up,
the
Wallet?
island. You'll be able to get your hands on Goat Simulator 3 on November 17th. But you can pre-order the game today to receive this wonderful other gear part.
You did not just do that. You did not just do that.
That's like no satyr I've slain.
You can pre-utter the game.
Goat Simulator 3
Pre-utters.
is coming soon.
No, you did not
Now
just do
it's
that.
time to check out
All
a
right,
new
fine,
trailer
fine. Take my
for
money,
The
goddammit.
Chant,
You've earned
survival
it.
game set on a remote island in the wake of a ritual gone wrong. Pillows at the ready.
With jiggle physics and everything, as the chat points out. Okay, that was pretty bad.
Hi, my name is Mike Scupa. We are Brass Token, and our studio mission is to tell thrilling stories through inventive game mechanics. The Chant is a third-person horror action-adventure game set at a remote island spiritual retreat. After a group ritual goes wrong, your spiritual awakening soon becomes a fight for survival.
Oh.
As Glory Island fills with cosmic dread,
Cult's gone
you'll
wrong.
encounter an array of prismatic creatures and cultists released from the gloom. Choose your fights carefully and battle using spiritual weapons and abilities.
Razandori says, how do they
Collect,
get that past the
craft, and manage
sensors?
your resources as each encounter
Well, they're
can be a
udders,
decision
you know,
between
like cow
fight or
udders.
flight. Mind, body, and spirit are the 3 stats that drive survival, upgrades, and the ending you receive. Balance is everything. Welcome to your spiritual nightmare.
The Chant.
The Chant is coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox in 2022.
All right, it's time to learn more about Ereban,
Oh,
Shadow
this game.
Legacy, which was revealed during the Xbox
The
and
stealth game with,
Bethesda
like, shadow
Showcase
magic?
earlier this year.
Helios. They search for someone who does not exist. The Shadow.
Now that Assassin's Creed is no longer
Hi everyone,
a stealth
I'm Alex,
game,
one of the founders and game
primarily.
designer from Baby Robot Games.
This
we are
is
really excited
the game
to
that
be
I'm
here
like,
today with
I
you
hope this
at the
fills the
Future
void.
Game Show. Right now, and in partnership with Raw Fury, we are working on our debut game, Erevan Shadow Legacy, a fast-paced stealth platformer
the shadow
set in a
magic
sci-fi
stuff
and
going on
morally
here.
grey universe. In Erevan, you will play Ayana, the last descendant of a forgotten race with the ability of merging with the shadows and moving freely through them.
Hell yes.
Your mission? To infiltrate and confront the cryptic megacorporation Helios, investigate what they are hiding and their relation with the disappearance of your people. You may have seen our announcement trailer in the Xbox and Bethesda June showcase, which we hope you liked. Today, we'd like to take a deep dive into Erevan's main mechanic, the Shadow Merge. The origin of this mechanic came from our passion for stealth games since we were kids. Traditionally, they all have used shadows to make you less visible, so we thought, what if you could literally merge with them? We took a whole different game as reference, Splatoon,
I love it.
and after testing how it was to move through
Somebody
the
literally
shadows
sent
in a
the
similar
chat,
way they do with
Assassin's
the
Creed meets Splatoon.
we immediately realized the huge amount of possibilities this opened. A big one is that when you are inside the shadows, you are totally undetectable. This allows you to smoothly advance under the enemy's feet, suddenly appear behind their backs if you choose to play lethal,
Hell
or
yes.
conveniently disappear right in front of their noses if you are in danger. As long as you are not flashed by a light, or stay too much time merging, the shadows have your back. Apart from that, the shadow merge also means a big advantage in terms of mobility. For example, wherever there are shadows, you can climb walls and reach high and otherwise inaccessible places. Or you can use moving objects, or even their moving shadows to navigate from one place to the other. Or you can go through small spaces, ignoring fences, bars, or gratings. Or you can jump from high places and smoothly land in a shadow, completely safe and silent. As you see, the Shadow Merge is very versatile, so it's up to you to discover and combine all its possibilities. And that's only for the base mechanic, as during your adventure you will learn upgrades and completely new shadow powers. But well, that's a whole new topic for another time.
You know, I feel
Erevan
like
Shadow Legacy will be available
other
on
game shows should
2023
model itself
on
after
Steam.
this one.
But you can
I
already
love the
wishlist
pacing
it
of the show.
if you liked what we showed you today. Besides,
Where it's like,
we partner
here's
with Xbox
gameplay, and
to
then
bring
when
you
there
the
is
game
developer
for
commentary,
Xbox
they show
One,
gameplay with it,
Series, and on day one
instead
on
of
both
it being like a
PC
separate
and Xbox Game
interview,
Pass. Oh,
post,
also,
you know,
don't forget to
CGI
follow
trailer
us if
that
you don't
tells
want
us
to
nothing
miss
about
any
the
update.
game.
Thank you very much for watching, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Not a whole lot of downtime between announcements. Like I don't know.
Drag me
The pacing really helps with like keeping my attention.
Stealth isn't exactly a god's forte, but I respect it nonetheless.
I'm really excited for this
Wishlist
one.
at the ready.
Honestly, they're
because
showing a lot of
Erevan
games here that I'm like,
Shadow Legacy is
I'm
coming
looking
to
forward to
PC
these.
and Xbox in 2023. Now we're moving from shadow powers to a shadow drop. Our next reveal is a real nostalgic surprise.
Oh wow, this is very old school. Maybe a little too old school, I don't know. Wizardry, the 5 ordeals.
We're pleased to announce that
Oh,
the
people know
English
about this? I have no
translation
idea
of
what Wizardry is.
The
Some folks in the
Five
chat are
Ordeals
excited.
is out now on Steam.
Oh, it's out now. Well, I mean,
Reply Game Studios' Solstice is right around the corner.
maybe
and the
how old
development
school it
team
is
has
the
a
whole point.
surprise to tide fans over until its release.
But $30 says Shark. Oh, what is this? Is that the Buster Sword I'm seeing right there? Oh, Solstice. This seems familiar. I've heard about this. Oh, there's the demo available. So for those who want to check it out. Solstice. Is it a Souls game? Is it a Souls-like?
We're pleased to announce that the demo for Solstice is available right now, with the full
Looks cool. I'm
game
gonna
coming
check
to
this one out.
PC, PlayStation, and Xbox on September 20th. Now it's time to see some exclusive gameplay from Afterimage, a mystical, hand-drawn Metroidvania.
Wow, a lot of
Product not yet
Metroidvanias
rated.
in this show. This looks beautiful. The art style reminds me a little bit of like Muramasa the Demon Blade. I don't know if y'all remember that one. I believe the same developer also made a 13 Sentinels, which is a more recent title.
After Image is coming to PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch in Q4 2022. We debuted this next game during our spring showcase earlier this year, but we're proud to reveal more details about the player's exciting mission in Deliver Us, Mars.
Looks like, I don't know, Mass Effect meets Returnal a little bit, if I recall.
What the hell happened here? This is Kathy. Please come in.
Mission Opera has only one objective. Bring the Arks and their revolutionary technology back home. What do you expect to find on Mars?
I'll see you soon, Moonbear.
Kathy, why did you want to come on this mission so badly?
T-minus 2 minutes to cruise stage separation. Everybody copy? Copy.
Copy.
Copy. Starting burn.
We are in loss of control.
Frame rate does need a bit of work from the looks of it.
I know I can do this.
Marcel Edwards says from... Oh,
How does
hold on,
it
let me
come to
do
this?
some gameplay here.
Having good intentions isn't hard, Kathy. The hard part is knowing the difference between what's right and what's wrong. We have to leave.
I will not risk the success of this mission.
Ah, yes. That vehicle. Very Mass Effect vibes.
Good.
Honestly, the gameplay looks, yeah, it's like Space Tomb Raider kind of vibe.
Deliver Us Mars is coming soon to PC, PlayStation, and
yeah,
Xbox.
Solstice apparently is a hack and slash. It looks pretty good, says Marcellus Edwards.
Opening night
Good to
live
know.
last night.
There's a demo.
But we've got an in-depth look
can check
at
out.
the Slavic-inspired slasher platformer Phantom Hellcat. Let's check it out.
Hi, my name is Arman Lenda, and I'm the creative director and co-founder of Iron
Now I
Bird
miss my
Creation
cat.
Studio. Today, I'd like to show you our newest unique project, Phantom Hellcat, an old-school, Western-style slasher game.
Must pets.
This game became our ultimate goal, pride, and dream. It's a love letter to the generation of games full of giant enemy crabs and armies with more than 1 million troops.
No.
We'll take you to the golden age of slashers, which defined the console gaming experience years ago.
1 million troops.
Please take a look at the trailer and enjoy the rest of the show.
Oh, I've missed you, my old friend. 1 million troops. Wow. What was that? Konami E3 2012? Man, that was a while back. Oh, we got some Guardians of the Galaxy style mixtape. Oh, interesting. This game goes from 2D side-scrolling to 3D combat. Combat looks real solid. Definitely has like Devil May Cry vibes. Phantom Hellcat. I was about to say that mask has Phantom of the Opera vibes.
Phantom Hellcat is coming soon. All right, let's mix things up with another surprise. It's time for our next world premiere.
HighLife9719 says, didn't they show this yesterday? Actually, they might have. It does seem familiar. I feel like I said side-scrolling with 3D combat during Gamescom at some point. It might have been that same game. Wait, is this... This looks familiar, the art style. Oh, what's that game? the super hard game where it's like it's a dungeon crawler. Darkest Dungeon, that's what I was thinking. Is this Darkest Dungeon or by the same developer? Because the art style definitely reminds me of Darkest Dungeon. Edge of Sanity. Wishlist now. Who's developing this? Vixa Games.
Edge of Sanity is coming to PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch in 2023.
Yep. Developers for Darkest Dungeon were Red Hook Studios and Sick
from
Hat
our
Games.
friends at Wired Productions,
but I mean,
who have some news about 3 of their exciting upcoming games.
Definitely seems to, like, art style-wise, be inspired by Darkest Dungeon. Seems somewhat familiar. What is this? Is this everything is this This Is Fine, the video game? Oh, Hotel Architect. Okay. Custom SC says, amazing how far graphics have come.
We are all family. A family with one common goal.
Vin Diesel, is that you?
Customer satisfaction. As the old saying goes, you can't choose your family.
Family.
Except here at Yongle, we choose.
Nothing more important than family.
Be the horse that wins the race. Be the kitten that gets the milk. Be the sperm that gets the egg. Okay. Don't let me down. I would hate to replace you.
I'm getting some, like, Portal Aperture Science vibes from this setting. Where the cake is alive.
The cycle begins anew.
Ooh, whoa, what's this?
A new refuge. A haven. A bastion from which to rebuild.
Whoa.
But this time we will succeed. We will build higher.
Okay. Fascinating.
We will build stronger. We will
Whoa,
dream
what?
a new world.
I don't know what this is, but this is kind of cool.
Thanks to the team at Wired Productions for those 2 world premieres and for revealing that The Last Worker is coming to PC on October 19th. A lot to look forward to.
Next up is our Ones to Watch segment, which features several exciting upcoming games.
This is going to be a montage. ritual. Interesting. Do not feed the monkeys. $20.99. What? The sequel to Cyberpunk 2077. Moonrider. Whoa. Oh, that. Ooh, okay. I haven't seen this visual style in a bit. Right, the amusement park simulator. Skin. Whoa. Oh, interesting. You're a frog leaping between shadows. Pharaoh, a new era. That looks like a grand strategy game. Don't King. Ooh. The visuals on this one. Looks like a diorama.
That was our ones to watch montage. Make sure to wishlist anything that piqued your interest.
Some folks here hyped about Pharaoh.
It's hard to believe that there are any world premieres left, but damn it, we've got one more for you.
Nope, last one.
Don't say we don't treat you here at the Future Game Show.
So the one last thing I don't think is going to be like huge in Future Game Show.
Peggy
because
16.
it's one of the smaller shows.
It would take but a single act to spark a war.
Trinity!
The likes
Help!
of which humanity had never known.
Oh. Former developers of CNC, you say?
Countless millions would now fight to hold the line. With success measured in inches.
Every time I see bullet time, I just want to dodge them.
The stage set for the greatest stalemate in human history. Their lives and the fate of an entire continent. Now, in your
Ooh, that frame rate. Good lord. Some optimizations definitely need to happen. But it looks like a contemporary Total War.
The Great War Western Front is coming to PC in 2020.
I guess I shouldn't say contemporary. It's, I guess...
Next, we've got a new trailer for Backfire Wall.
Pretty historical, but more modern, you
adventure
know.
set inside of a smartphone.
Less swords and magic
I'm
and
just
more,
reading
you know,
what's
just
typed
guns
here.
and tanks and all that.
Hello there, I'm OS9. I'm the operating system of this phone. I kind of run things around here.
Hello, and welcome to the update protocol.
What was that?
The update will now be installed.
Oh, shift! Not the update protocol.
Congratulations, the cache will be cleared out. Congratulations. New 1 bits and 0 bits will be
Right, I thought,
in
was
their
that
proper
not the
order.
last
You're joking.
game
You're
show?
not even programmed to give me a good conversation.
The system is considered a very dangerous place.
What?
An update assistant will always make the right choice.
No. Listen to me. I understand you're confused, but this is really not the solution.
If the system is not updated, the user will destroy.
Would you just shut up? It's okay, buddy. We're handling this. It's time to put it use your great finding another way in skills. Yeah. Please get us out of here.
The dialogue is a little try-hard.
A demo for
but
Backfire Wall is available now on Steam, and the game is coming to PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch in 2022. Now it's time for our friends at
Oh,
Team
there's more.
17 to
Okay.
take the stage.
The way she
Let's
framed
see
it, I
what
thought it
they've
was
got to
that
show
previous
us.
game we saw was going to be the last one.
Peggy 18.
So maybe there is still a big one last thing surprise. Yeah, you guys need to. You guys got the same vibes. I don't know. I could forget that name. Ian by Ghoul says, have you tried the Thymesia or Thymesia? I don't know how to pronounce it. Have you tried Thymesia yet? It's a Souls like. Yeah, I definitely know of it. Haven't had time to dive into that one, but it's on my list. I hear it's a little short, not as fleshed out as it could have been, but the foundations are very solid, especially where combat is concerned. So, and it's got like parry systems, which
Thanks
is
to Team
as someone who loves
17 for providing
Sekiro,
us
that's
with a
up
closer
my alley.
look at
So
all
I'm
of
excited to
those
try it out
upcoming
when
games.
I can find the time.
At this point, your wish lists are gonna need wish lists. Check out more details on GamesRadar.com.
They are showing a lot of games here.
Next up, we've got a gameplay trailer for an immersive horror simulator powered by unexplainable phenomena.
Since the beginning of civilization, the world has been full of unknown things, anomalies that cannot be explained. We don't know where they come from or what their purpose is. It's because of this that we founded the SCP Foundation, an organization dedicated to containing anomalous items, individuals, and phenomena.
This is giving off Control vibes, but less of a third-person shooter and more of a horror thriller.
We secure, we contain, we protect.
SPC, Secret Files, yeah.
SCP Secret Files is coming soon. Okay. Earlier, I may have
Control is
told
inspired by
a
SPC,
little white lie when I
yeah.
said there was only one.
And that whole,
more
like,
world
I know...
because I'm looking down at my
SPC
script right now, and I'm
Isn't
actually
there like a
seeing
wiki for it or something?
another 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, let's just say 1 for now.
I know it's like a genre. Of sorts, right? Or SCP? SCP? Oh, there we go. That's why I couldn't find it. Yeah, secure, contain, protect. Yeah, it's this whole thing. I remember a friend telling me about this when we were talking about Control. And it's just like that kind of creepy pasta, supernatural conspiracy. But a game, just a whole ass video game made around it. That's super cool. Sonic style loop-de-loops. Sanac.
You've gotta love it when a beloved game gets a worthy follow-up. Teslagrad 2 is coming to PC, PlayStation,
oh, there's a one.
Xbox,
I never
and
played the
Nintendo
first one.
Switch in spring 2023.
Some folks in the chat seem
Speaking of
familiar with it.
follow-ups, we've got an update from Supermassive Games on the next entry in the Dark Pictures anthology.
Peggy 18.
Where the hell are we?
Julius Walter says Zanac. Meant Sanac, as in Sonic and Sanac.
Let me get the fuck out of here.
Or Amy. I don't know.
What the hell is that?
We're trapped.
What do we do? Is this a good idea?
I don't see any other options.
This has been weird every step of the way, and now it's getting scary.
This is beyond messed up. Jamie, over here.
Yeah, these are from the same guys who made The Quarry, Until
Puzzle.
Dawn.
A riddle of some sort.
And a lot of like narrative-driven performance capture performances.
Not what I was expecting.
What was that?
Can't handle much more of this.
There's a lot of miles between eccentric and murderous. You okay?
Not even close.
He wants
Yikes.
to choose, doesn't he? Oh my god. If we don't do something, both of them will die.
We have to choose. Now!
Ah!
Get the fuck out any way you can.
So this is Saw Simulator. The Devil in Me, November 2022. The Quarry 2 Electric Boogaloo.
That was the Dark Pictures anthology, The Devil in Me, which we now know is coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox on November 18th, 2022. Next up, the team at Cortez Productions have sent us a gameplay trailer for their atmospheric horror game, EXP War Trauma.
Flames of Chaos says Until Dawn is still their best work. Okay. I haven't, you haven't played anything from them other than Until Dawn, so I wouldn't know, but I know Until Dawn has a decent following. Plenty of people I know stand by that game. This reminds me a little bit of the Death Stranding Warzone sequence. I hope the final game doesn't have this much camera shake.
What?
I hope this is more for cinematic purposes.
Who's there?
Don't you remember me, Krieger?
That thing represents everything we felt.
PT Vibe says one person. Yeah.
No, it is not human.
At least it wasn't meant to be. Why would you get close to that? Why on God's green earth would anyone be like, I'm curious as to what that is that's eating the flesh of another human?
This fucking maze.
But hey, you know, everyone makes their own choices. What? Exp War Trauma? EXP.
We're pleased to reveal that a demo for EXP War Trauma is live on Steam right now, with the full game coming soon.
Weird logo to read.
Now it's time to check in with Rooted, an apocalyptic survival game developed in Unreal Engine 5.
Your attention, please. This is a state emergency announcement. The Rotor Laboratory, on behalf of the government, assures that none of the bacteriological attacks will harm citizens' health. I quote, "There are no risks of any kind. You are safe in your house. Not attempt leaving the city using transportation services."
Well, I mean, transportation services are seemingly down, so that takes care of that.
Allowed once a week for each citizen. Please use the dedicated smartphone app to register yourself and check stocks.
So this is a survival game for sure.
School and shops around your block. It is crucial to have your ID card with you at all times in case of control.
That crouching animation's kind of goofy.
For safety reasons, the Army has deployed autonomous civilian security robots. They are here to protect you.
Yeah, that animation needs work. Rooted. Gives off, like, Last of Us vibes, but if the focus was more on survival and less on, like,
I really hope
story
that guy
campaign.
isn't The Last of Us.
Thanks
to Headlight Studios
Not
for the closer look at Rooted, which is coming soon to PC. And here's a gameplay
Ellie.
trailer for Hellsweeper VR,
Really are The
a
Last
new
of Us.
roguelike combat game from the creators of
Favorite line of the whole
Sirento
game.
VR.
Defy the limits of movement in a world. I love that we can, like, fuse elements into your weapon. I wonder if motion sickness will be a factor when we do these crazy maneuvers. I mean, that right there could be disorienting. But some folks are more used to that than others. Some folks just never get motion sickness. Others have more trouble with it. Hellsweeper VR.
That looks gorgeous. Hellsweeper VR is coming soon to Steam VR and MetaQuest 2. Our next game is Strayblade, where players explore an ancient world with their trusty wolf companion, Boji.
Boy, that joke never gets old.
Hey, milk it for all it's worth, Christopher Judge. Never stop saying boy. I expect a healthy dose of boy in Ragnarok.
Forge. With a blueprint, I should at least be able to craft something better than a rusty sword. This could be useful.
Time to forge.
I'm getting some Fables vibes from this. I don't know if it's just me.
Boji, I found something.
With feeling. I can't wait to try this.
Yeah, definitely got Fable vibes, but... Okay, wow, okay, and with a massive skill tree. Raheem Allen just says, boy.
Oh, I could add this to my collection. I think I found my style with this one.
Wow. Color customization without having to pay extra? That's crazy.
Oh my. You want to know what this is, right? Well, this behind me is an arcane forge. It was used by the LSE to create the most powerful weapons, armor, and more.
Strayblade. I don't know, for an indie game, you know, it looks alright. It's definitely not AAA level, but not everything has to be, in my opinion.
Strayblade is coming to PC, Xbox, and PlayStation in 2023. It's time for an update from Blackbird Interactive on what's coming to Crossfire Legion later this year.
Welcome to Crossfire Legion, Commander. We are delighted by the community feedback in the last 3 months of early access. 2 large updates have been released, and we have more in the works. By the end of this video, the latest update, 1.3, will have been released.
Real-time strategy game.
3 new units are joining the game, completing the roster with a total of
played an
57
RTS.
different units for you to play.
I used to play them a lot. I played
We're
Command and Conquer back in the day. I played a lot of StarCraft. You know, the Korean in me
Halo.
has to. You know,
This
it's like
will
it's in my
open up
blood.
8 different maps for you to fight your foes on. We are also releasing the 3rd act to the campaign. It's here we establish New Horizon and why this faction is hellbent on world domination. With this, we will be delivering hours of intense campaign
Ross Wolf
action
says
with more
Kratos'
to
favorite
come.
canned pasta
And for the first
is
time,
Chef
we are
Boy
releasing a
RD.
new level editor, giving you the tools to unleash
played.
your imagination and create new content for the community. And this is only the beginning, Commander. We have new modes planned, extra maps for you to fight on, new units to complete your strategy, more co-op modes to play with friends.
This looks like
and entirely
StarCraft
new
if
missions
it was
for our
like different
campaigns
factions
coming
of
in the
Terrans.
next few months. There's no time to hesitate, Commander. We want you to join us to help shape the game. Update 1.3 is available now, and for a limited period, you can get Crossfire Legion with 34% off.
Crossfire Legion is available on PC, and the August update is coming very, very soon. We've had a lot of fun tonight, but let me tell you what's not fun, Danielle. Lies.
Oh. Is there another world premiere?
Yes.
Well, the good news is that we've got something electric lined up. Roll the clip.
You say lies? Anthony says, say it again, Yong. Being a dad, Ragnar rocks.
The fates brought us here.
Ah, what? A rhythm fighting game. Interesting. God of Rock. Interesting fusion of genres.
Bust out your loots because God of Rock is coming soon to PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and
if it isn't
Nintendo
not
Switch.
Elvis.
Now, let's take a trip to the Galaxy's Edge to get a closer look at gameplay from mech farming adventure Lightyear Frontier.
Oh, this is
Hi,
yeah,
I'm
farming
Sebastian,
management
and
simulator,
I'm the
but with
community
mechs.
manager for Lightyear Frontier. We're excited to share
Farming
our first
Fall.
ever look at the early gameplay of
Or
Lightyear
Titan Farm.
Frontier. We hope you enjoy. In Lightyear Frontier, you'll be starting a new home on a distant planet as an exoformer. Your mech comes equipped with all the tools you need, so put them to good use. After you get on your feet, start your first crop by planting seeds and watering them. You'll be able to sell them at the merchant for more materials, or to use in crafting. Balance your use of resources to create a sustainable home.
Wait, did he drill into a tree? Is that
Research
what he
and
just
build
did?
the first structures of your homestead.
I don't think that's how that works.
Relax every once in a while and appreciate the fruits of your labor. Build a homestead, grow crops, and explore your new surroundings. You'll need to collect materials from the environment around you to start.
Thomas says a real man's mech game.
Along the way, take time and enjoy the beauty of
The
your
kids
new
have had
home
their
in all its
fun.
vivid and mysterious
Now it's time for the
splendor.
adults to take over. Know what I'm saying?
The planet is full of beautiful and expansive environments. Be sure to take in the scenery.
Honestly, this looks pretty chill. Like it could be a good time. For those who are into this kind of thing.
When night falls,
games
it's
like
time
these
to
are
hit the
definitely
hay
not for
and get
everyone.
rested for another day. Lightyear Frontier releases in spring 2023. Take care of nature, and it'll take care of you. That's all for now.
Lightyear Frontier is coming to PC and Xbox in spring 2023. Okay, before we get into our next game, I just need to check something. Shodan, are you with us?
Oh,
Mic
System
check
Shock.
on Shodan.
Peggy 18.
The classic
Humans
remade.
interfacing with computers
For their own entertainment. The very notion disgusts me.
Look upon my works, foul creatures,
and weep at its magnificence. It is a beautiful day on Citadel Station.
Humanity is
on the verge of a new era. I, Shodan, am its new
god.
Look at you, hacker. A pathetic creature of meat and bone. How can you challenge a perfect, immortal machine?
The cake is
You
a
are an
lie.
insect. You are nothing. I create. I iterate. I fuse flesh and steel into perfection.
It's looking good. Interesting art style where they have some like pixelated elements in the 3D environment.
My children, hacker. Their blood is on
This is like
your
retro
hands.
futuristic graphic style. It's
you
kind of
will
interesting.
suffer for your transgressions.
These are my avenging angels, and they will have retribution.
Honestly, I'm intrigued to play this. When does it come out? Oh, no release date yet.
System Shock is coming soon to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.
I actually never played the first
You know,
System
Daniel,
Shock. I played the
horror
second one.
games are a lot like onions.
So
What,
I'm
you
actually
mean, like,
excited to
they make you
finally
cry?
delve into that.
Well, yes, but also they have layers. Or at least Bluebird Team thinks so.
You're such a softie.
All right, they're working on a new horror game.
Peggy 16.
My very first memory is that of hitting a piano key.
And Shaw
Pure
Studios.
joy at the immediate response to my action. And then a surge of power as I realized that the piano would do what I wanted it to.
Huggy Sunrise says, Yong, the first System Shock was on a floppy
What
disk.
is left of it now?
Believe it or not, floppy disks are not before my time, but just at the cusp.
Oh, I see it.
I remember having to
I will never
type up a
be
Word
like
document
one of his
and put it into my
paintings.
floppy disk and bring it to school for certain assignments.
But I can make the paintings be like me.
By the time I was born, CDs were more commonplace.
Hidden from the world. Imprisoned in this house.
But for homework assignments, floppy disks were used a lot
I know
during my
what
time in the
must be
90s.
done.
I want out.
No!
Isharborn says he means 3.5-inch floppy disks, guys. Yes, correct. Not the chonky big ones. But yeah,
that was
that's
your first look at gameplay from
I know the
Layers of
medium
Fears,
had like
which is coming to
I don't know.
PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Not
in
bad reception, just like I don't even want to say mixed, like positive leaning
Wow.
mixed. I don't know.
What a
Curious
show
to see
it's been.
what this one does.
And you only
the
said
rumor has it
boy
that they're remaking Bloober's remaking Silent Hill 2.
3 times.
No, I know. Took a lot of restraint. Look, I'll be honest. I am feeling a bit unresolved. Like maybe there's more to come.
I feel that
One
too.
more thing.
Also, it's written in the script. The one more thing. This is a cinematic sneak peek from the upcoming cyberpunk shooter Off the Grid, which arrives from the visionary mind of District 9's Neil Blomkamp.
For a second, I thought they were going to show like exclusive new footage of, I don't know, Cyberpunk 2077 DLC or something. Neil Blomkamp. Oh, is this one of those like live action interactive narrative video games, or is this?
I didn't come to this godforsaken island looking for money.
Neil Blomkamp. District 9, right?
Snap out of it! Grant! Are you awake? You hear me?
Yeah, I fucking heard you.
Is that Troy Baker? Sounds like Troy Baker.
3 vehicles up ahead. Previous team pinned down by mine. They got our loot.
Maybe not. Sounds just slightly, a little bit like Joel.
And that is a sweet arm.
Keep your eyes on the target, Slick!
Might be wrong, though.
Oh, I am.
And this is also not live action. This is definitely
You gotta get out of here. Shit! Here they go!
in-engine.
Storm! Take him out! Grant, you're with me!
Oh, they said this was like a cinematic trailer for whatever this game will turn out to be. Hopefully they'll tease some gameplay at the end. But this looks cool. I love the motifs going on here, but tells us nothing about the game, unfortunately. Gives us a glimpse of some of the weapons and defensive capabilities, like the shield, which is cool. Weapons like that. But how does it all play?
Missile!
What are you gonna do to us?
No! Stay in the vehicle! Get out of here! Go! Should have left already. Blinder wants him out alive. Can't let these butchers have him.
Yeah, agreed.
That was just Neil Blomkamp scratching his cinematic itch, which is cool. But again, tells us nothing about the game. So it's hard for me to get super hyped for this yet. So this is cool. It is a well-made piece of cinematic animation.
Hit the fuel cells.
3D animation.
What a showstopper!
Figuratively and literally. Because that marks the end of the show.
Okay.
Don't forget.
Interesting. They
You
cut
can
the
try
trailer
out
short,
all
it
the
feels like.
demos on our Future Game Show's Steam page. And you can head on over to
That would have been a cool one more thing if they
to
had
read
shown some
follow-up coverage on all
gameplay. But
the
yeah, I got
games
nothing from that.
shown today.
Except
A
for
massive
some of the
thank you
vibes
to
and some of the
everyone
potential
involved
weapons
in making this
and
show
tools.
possible. our sponsors,
There you
Mana,
go, folks.
and of course, all of our friends at home for tuning in.
I'm Christopher Judge.
And I'm Danielle Basutti.
And this has been the Future Game Show
at
Gamescom 2022.
There's that, folks. Alex Daniel says, I hate when you get cinematic trailers like this and then it's some RTS or tactics game that is going to look absolutely nothing like it. The one good example of that was that one new Aliens game. They showed the cinematic trailer for it. What was it, during Summer Game Fest, I think? And then it turned out it was like an isometric shooter instead of like an Aliens Isolation type of experience. So yeah, I know what you mean. They make a huge deal with this trailer, and then it's like this, still all right looking, but not nearly as AAA looking video game as the trailer, the cinematic trailer made it out to be. Or what, like the Dune trailer that we saw yesterday was like, oh my god, I'm so hyped. They're making a AAA, like single-player, campaign-driven, open-world Dune video game, and then it says at the end, survival MMO, which is fine. Like I'm not saying that can't be good, but a Dune, like a proper campaign-driven, open-world Dune video game.
So why pay any
that would have been my ideal scenario personally.
Pay with mana. Pay with power.
All right, so here's just an ad for
Game the
Mana,
system.
and I assume there's nothing else at the end here. Yeah, this went on for about an hour and a half, which, is fine. Let's see. Marcellus Edwards says 6 out of 10, lacking hard hitters. Yeah, I do think it did lack some hard hitters, but I did like the pacing of the show. The presentation style was overall like harmless, and the host did a good job of keeping everything going. No weird interruptions, and some of the games that I saw here, the fact that we got to see more Benedict Fox I thought was cool. More of that Assassin's Creed-looking shadow magic game, stealth game, among others. Like, plenty of cool indie stuff going on here. Goat Simulator 3 looks freaking hilarious. So, yeah, what else was there? There's a bunch of stuff. Right, and I forget the name of this game. Yeah, Erebon, Shadow Legacy. Yeah, I'm definitely excited for that one. Yeah, overall, like, just a decent show. About what I was expecting, given that this is, again, not one of the like, flagship shows. But still, like, a decent amount to highlight here. Not bad. And as I said, yeah, this is not where they're going to show off more God of War just because the God of War actors aren't here. So I'm not disappointed on that front, personally. Edge of Insanity, Hotel, yada yada. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to like skim through this again and see if there's anything worth highlighting in future coverage or future videos. But thank you for tuning in, folks. Overall, I think the indie scene especially has been a huge highlight of 2022 when all of the AAA games got delayed, or a huge amount, a significant portion of them got delayed. Indies kind of fill the gaps in between, and the May 2022 an interesting year in gaming. I think indies always have the weirdest, most interesting, think outside the box ideas that AAA companies would never even attempt, and so I appreciate that they get their spotlight in shows like these, and that we get to be intrigued by the non-predatory, just passion-driven projects that we need more of these days. So I'm always enticed by what sorts of indie games are coming up next, and I'm enticed by a lot of the stuff that I saw here. This wasn't like a mind-blowing showcase that everyone needs to watch, but it showed what it needed to show and paced itself well enough, and yeah, a decent showcase all around, I'd say. Let's see. G says, Sup, Yong. In light of the recent controversy from the devs of Black Myth Wukong with colorful comments, did it turn you off from the game's release? I'm like, yeah, it made me like, oh, why do you have to be like that? Why do you have to like ruin the optics surrounding your game like that? You've got this good thing going. Don't be a dick. Basically, like, the developers came out and said, "Oh, we don't need female players or something." But then I don't know. There are some people saying that that whole thing was misinterpreted or something, or that it was taken off of somebody else's comment, or I don't know. There's like a lot of back and forth going on that front, so I want to like look into it a bit more before deciding one way or the other. But hopefully it is like a misunderstanding or something. But you know, you got plenty of people insisting that the developers' comments have been pretty yikes in terms of saying stuff like, "Oh, we don't need female players for our game," which is like, bruh, the more the merrier. The more people play your game, the merrier. But I don't know. I don't know what's. I haven't fully looked into that aspect of things, but we'll see. Lee says, I mean, for Chinese developers, that's pretty tame. LMAO, yeah. Thing is, in China, definitely there's a lot of differing ideas when it comes to different races and different genders and all that stuff. But on a brighter note, I am looking forward to Life of P, which is another Soulsborne that's recently been showcased more of. I'd check that out if you're looking into something more near term in terms of that kind of Soulsborne action RPG gameplay. Let's see. But yeah, I think that's everything I have to say. Let's see. Anything in particular I want to really talk about? I don't know. It's just like a scattering of really cool and interesting things. I was overall satisfied with what I saw because the expectations weren't, the highest in terms of like getting the biggest, craziest reveal ever. But I don't know. This show kept me more. It kept my attention more than Gamescom did, even though Gamescom showed the bigger stuff. Because so much of Gamescom's opening night live was cinematic trailers and little teasers that gave us no idea what the game actually is going to be. But there were some heavy hitters like Dead Island 2 finally being revealed as that one last thing, and plenty of people having looked forward to that. So that kind of balances out things a little bit. But for a smaller show, I think they did a good job, and they got a good amount of games in here. So. Looking forward to seeing what other showcases are upcoming. I'll, live stream as many as I can alongside you guys. But on that note, thank you for tuning in, folks. I'm going to maybe check out some of these demos and wish list some stuff. But appreciate you all hanging out here. And with that, look forward to the next one. And I'll see you guys next time. Yong out. Peace out.